Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another presentation of the RLSA. My name is Chase Fall, alongside here with my co-caster Asha Toon. How you doing tonight, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I got these Chips Ahoy right here, dipping them in milk. Yes, sir.
That's the way to do it. You also got Cheez-Its, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Sponsor.
of course, of course. Well, talking about the matchup tonight here, Defenders versus Quantum.
Mm.
Loser goes home. Winner advances to the lower semifinals. Big matchup here when you think about it. Any pregame thoughts for you?
You know, as I sit here and eat these Chips Ahoy, I can't help but think about how Quantum playoff life is going to end tonight. The Defenders are a good team. They're a really good team. They showed that in the upper bracket against the Amigos, first team to take them to 6 games. And I don't know. I think this is just going to be a quick, easy win for the Defenders, 4-1. Quantum, I think they're a solid team. They definitely deserve to be here. That's why we're playing the game, because you never know any given day. But I like the Defenders here. I think they've got a really good chance to move on and make a run through the lower bracket.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on some of that. I think when you look at it, Quantum and Defenders, this Defenders team, they're just so they just play well. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, this team, like you said, first team to take Amigos to Game 6, and I just feel like Quantum, they've gotten out of situations. Last week we saw with Quantums and Eradicators. Eradicators played the worst they've ever played in the season. Quantum took care of business there, but when you look at it, when they go against a team like the Stars, or a good team like that, they just for some reason fall under the pressure there. And I do recall though, earlier in the season, this series went to Game 7, and I feel like Defenders, the
That's true.
pressure with them going into the series, you know, having their having their playoff loss already this week. I think Quantum are going to be able to take them to Game 7, but I still think Defenders take care of business once again. So
Quantum's no slouch. Quantum's no slouch for sure. I think Rhymes is an excellent player. I think Battler Knight, or whatever his name is at this point,
Chinatown, the man, don't
Chinatown,
disrespect him.
Walter White, whatever you want to call him, he goes man by many names. They're
Heisenberg.
good. They're good. They're not bad at the game. Rhymes is the X factor here. If Rhymes goes off, this could go a little bit longer than my prediction goes. You know what? I'm gonna give him some respect. I want to switch it to 4-2
Okay.
officially. Defenders win 4-2 as my prediction. So well, I'm gonna give some more respect to Quantum there. Rhymes, like individually, he alone could probably do quite a bit with this Quantum team. But man, the Defenders, when you look at the roster on paper, it doesn't blow you away. But when you see them play on the pitch, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, and I honestly, I believe, Rhymes. I think he almost has a pop off week every week. He's had some rough weeks in the past, but usually for the most part, he's been a guy that knows how to step up and plays excellent. But I really think if Quantum want a chance to win tonight, uh, it's gonna go to distance if they're gonna win. But I think Chinatown really has to step up his game, because you've seen against the Stars, or a team like that, he I mean, you can argue he played like one of the worst players in the league. Like when you look at it like that, I mean, his kickoffs weren't there. The inconsistency, it Rhymes can't work with that against a team like Defenders. So if Quantum want any chance, Chinatown's got to be the support role again for Rhymes, and he's just got to be able to help Rhymes on the offense and defensively. And Quantum, we've seen them do that before, but they got to bring it all out tonight here. But still, we're gonna still have a very interesting series, and even if it's 4-1, maybe even a sweep, I'm sure all these games will be neck and neck. Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna go.
I gotta agree with you there, Rhymes. He's no hard carry, right? He's not a guy who's gonna take a gold to the finals. That's just not his style. He likes to work with his teammates. I mean, I think we can all remember back in season 10 when they made that unexpected run to the finals. Rhymes, his supporter, was Kappa Kale. He was a physical player, uh, someone who imposed his will on the other team and got his job done. That's what we need to see from Chinatown in this series.
Yeah, I like bringing back the history. Rhymes, he knows how to go to a championship. He knows how to work with a teammate. You just got to make sure that teammate is working with him. But as we move into game 1 here, Chinatown, he's going to try and maybe get a first goal here. 20 seconds in, Rich can clear it away here. Rhymes able to take control into the corner. Joe Dune early pre-jump off the ceiling. Chinatown able to rack this one up pretty easily. Defenders, what do you think they need to do in this series if Quantum was to pop off?
I mean, if Quantum pops off, that means Rhymes is popping off. And this is kind of, you give the special player treatment. It's just like in the olden days when we used to play a man named Chase. We would have to do everything we could to shut him down and game plan around that. So when you do that, you got to find that balance between making sure you shut him down, especially in the air, getting a hand up early, but then you can't forget about his teammate as well.
Yeah, I mean, said it there. If Quantum's popping off, Rhymes is popping off, and we all know Rhymes. You got to be able to lock down defensively if Rhymes is doing that. But, I mean, so far, no goals have been scored here, nearing the minute-and-a-half mark.
They're feeling each other out.
Yeah, they're just feeling each other out. Rhymes, actually.
Never mind.
He's going to shut me up there. Look at that. Perfect shot in the top corner.
No.
Oh, I forgot you're eating cookies.
I really like the shot from Rhymes here. Able to place that top corner. And for me, if you're going to start the series off right way, that is the best way to do it if you're the Quantum. You know, Rhymes, that shot. Oh, can we get another? Oh, my goodness.
Those
there we
cookies
go, Rich.
sound amazing. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
my God, Rich is going answer back, baby.
Oh, Rich is trying to earn one of those Chips Ahoy cookies. The original, may I say. Not the chewy. Yeah, overall, just a really nice play. Able to turn that save from his own side of the field. Able to make it into a 1v1 and get the flick around China. That's what you need to equalize there.
Rhymes got a little bit ahead of himself on that play there. Just tried to get a little too aggressive, tried to force it, and Rich was like, hey, I'll take a free goal. And nice clear there from Chinatown.
Yeah, and like we said, this guy, he's gotta step up. He's done well so far in this game. He hasn't done any big mistakes that have costed Quantum, you know, to lose possession or anything like that. But in fact, he's actually helped them. In fact, look at this 50.
I love the way he's played so far.
Almost getting a nice solo play from himself there. Rhymes able to get a fake challenge. Baiting Joe Dune in. Maybe trying to deliver a pass to Chinatown, who maybe finds a shot, but denied by Rich's car. And now, just a mistouch there. Rhymes able to shut it down quick like that, and he puts his team right back up another goal.
Excellent play here from Rhymes. Recognition of Joe Dune. He is chasing that ball, right? He's not getting to it quickly. He's getting to it at whatever pace is reasonable for him. So Rhymes, he went up there, beat him to the ball with the nice angle from the left side. Call him J-Naps. Nice play there.
Very nice. And I mean, now defenders, this is not definitely, I don't think this is the game one they had in mind coming into this series, you know. But Quantum, they're looking to make this series an interesting one, as Chinatown almost finding the bump. Rhymes, he has a shot, but Joe Dune has the save. A demo out from Rhymes, though. Chinatown. Oh, not the best touch, but it sets up Rhymes here. You know you got to get up for this one. And you can't do that. You can't. You got to be able to hit those, or Rhymes, he's just going to punish you every day.
Love this here. Chinatown, he hit that up early. He's not going to get credited for the assist because there was a double tap and a bounce and all that good stuff. But he made that play happen by patiently touching the ball, getting it up in the air, and no defenders in the vicinity to defend the ball.
That was a statement and a half. Chinatown. But man, I like what I'm seeing so far. Game 1, Rhymes, he's also had a very nice performance already here. Hat-trick first game.
Oh, here we go.
Man, you know, Chinatown, he's playing phenomenal right now. He's able to get these plays around, just doing the little things, stealing the boost. He's able to, work around a defender or two,
Well, what
and
is
then
that?
now it's a nice flick, but
Wow. Kind of looked like a laggy touch there.
yeah.
Like the replay looked like a ghost touch. Unfortunate there for Joe Dune, but the thing with ghost touches is if you got more center on
Ooh,
the ball, it wouldn't have been a ghost touch. So hit it better, and it won't be a ghost touch. That's my advice.
the defenders, they need a lot of it right now. They need a lot of advice because they're about to lose. They're about to go down in the series early on here, and
And I mean, this goes right back to my 10-minute talk I'm giving next week
oh
about
my god.
admonition that King David gave to his son Solomon before building the temple. But now here we are, Rich. He's gonna turn in a goal here and cut the deficit to 2.
Okay, a shameless plug. Not.
What's that?
It's all good, bro. Just eat up those Chips Ahoy cookies as we approach the final minute here, game one.
Well, that's a mistake.
Quantum looking to hang on here, 2-goal lead. Defenders maybe just try and go all out, throw in some shots that might not even find its way in, but create phantom attack that maybe Quantum don't find in the playbook. Rich trying to get a bump on Rhymes, and I need to see that more from the defenders. They got to get more physical, because no disrespect to Chinatown, but he's definitely not as good as Rich or Joe Dune. If you put him in
Hey,
those
we
1v1s,
can't disrespect China. We cannot disrespect him anymore. He's playing a good series here.
He's playing a good game one, but he's got to continue it throughout the series. As maybe he own goals here. Oh my goodness, that is unfortunate pinch there.
And hey, the defenders are still alive here in game one. He says, Joe Dune, you're in my way. I need you to leave. And he's going to go ahead and finish it off with a nice little double tap here. 20 seconds left. Definitely doable.
No, 2 players on the pitch here have a hat trick, Rich and Rhymes. Good offensive game.
What a
We see
pass.
here. Rich
Oh,
maybe finds the angle.
Oh,
no.
my.
And that is a missed
Would have been a
opportunity.
highlight. Would have been a highlight.
For sure, but still, I feel like, particularly for Rich, that's got to be almost a must make. You had a wide open shot. Sure, it might be a little bit tougher than an open net, but still.
Oh, wow. It hits down.
But Quantum, hey now. I'll take an early 1-0 lead here in the series, and I mean, thoughts on game one?
I don't know if I'd call it early. Someone's got to win game one. But I like what you see here from Quantum. They come in as quote unquote the underdogs, right? In the first round of the upper bracket, tough draw against a really good Stars team who now hasn't lost in the playoffs yet. But they continue their run here, or they're hoping to continue their run here in the lower bracket. And, like I said, if you're going to win the series, winning that first game is such a huge boost. Doesn't even matter. I don't know what the stats are, but when you win that first game of the series, the odds that you win that series, they go up exponentially. You never want to be fighting from behind.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about never want to be fighting from behind, I feel like defenders, most of the entire game, they were just on defense. They were, trying to work behind Quantum's, offense, and they had a couple goals, but it was mainly just from a quick counterattack they were able to find, and maybe just an unfortunate play or two. But I feel like Quantum, they just played so organized in that game one, throwing the defenders off, and if they can continue to do that, we could maybe see Quantum win this series early. Oh, a nice touch there from Joe Dune.
I wouldn't expect anything quick here. The defenders are going to fight back. We know that for a fact. But I love that start from Quantum. I can't overstate that enough. Huge. But now the most important part is, can you keep it going? We saw throughout the season so many times when a team would win the first game and lose 4 straight. It was this weird anomaly. So let's see what's going to happen here. As anything can happen from this point forward. Still have a lot of Rocket League left to play.
Most definitely a lot of Rocket League. I mean, especially in the playoffs, teams find a way to, I mean, like you said early on, in the first game, of the playoffs. I mean, teams are just different
Uh-oh.
in this, and look at that. Good start early on here for the defenders as Joe Doom puts it in an open net.
Just doing everything right, making the layups here. Nothing too crazy. Mistake rotationally from Quantum, and the defenders are able to capitalize.
Now Joe Doom. We saw him have a decent week
Oh,
against
oh,
the
oh,
defenders and,
oh!
or, excuse me,
Oh
the
my
Amigos,
gosh.
but maybe Rhymes finds a goal here in the 1v1. Oh my
Oh my!
goodness! That was just a showcase of a beautiful mechanics.
I swear the defenders, that's two almost highlight reel goals in a row. Rhymes is like, you like these almost goals? Let me show you an actual highlight reel.
And may I say, the respect from these two teams coming out. Rich dropping the nice one there. And Rhymes, looks like to me he's probably going to have a good night.
Uh-oh.
Hat trick in the first game, then he pulls that out. Rich off the crossbar there.
Would have loved to see a pass there from Rich.
Defenders, they're trying to get another shot attempt, but Rhymes with his 4 boosts, he's going to die. Joe Doon now, 100 boosts from the corner. Goes up for the air dribble. Maybe going for the air dribble bump.
Oh, this looks good.
And he's going to get it.
They are just trading blows right now. This is some high-quality Rocket League right here. Mechanics on full display here. I didn't think he was going to get that bump. Look crazy.
Yeah, and the classic, cringe play there, the air dribble bump. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do when you're going against Rhymes.
Do something about it.
Rich, trying to get that pinch there. Chinatown able to throw himself into that play. Nice beat on Joe Doon, too. Rhymes, but he rushed the shot. I'd like to see Rhymes, take that as a slower approach. He had the time to make a play. Now Chinatown maybe trying to get that play again. And I like that he's trying to set up these plays here for Rhymes.
Uh-oh. Get a hand up.
Oh, my
Get a hand up.
And this is just an unfortunate miss here. Rich,
Gotta get a hand up. We said that earlier. Nobody.
Maybe it is the server. We're having players say the server is not doing the best right now, but
At least it seems like it's on both sides, but we'll go ahead and get a server change next match. Regardless, here we are.
well, we still have half this game left here, so if players are equally lagging, then it's a fair matchup either way. But tie game here. Defenders, it would be crucial if they win this game here, but Quantum, they just need to continue playing out the defenders. I feel like even though in this game they've still outplayed them. Oh no, bad touch there from Joe Doon.
Man, defenders outplaying themselves. Rich with a weird shot in the middle to try and keep the pressure up, and Joe Doon with an even weirder follow-up. Rhymes literally with no boost to his name just sits and follows the ball, waiting for a mistake. That's like how silvers and golds play right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Joe Doon, he had a very nice start into the start of this game, and
Oh.
my goodness, hey,
A little bang bang. Rebound off the wall. I love that angled shot. It looked really awesome from Chinatown's point of view, and then a little bit of a knuckleball there from Rich, just slow enough to get past the defender.
I don't wanna just be calling out every single second what I see, because obviously things can change in an instant. But I just feel like Chinatown has taken a big step down here from game one. He has not been able to find the challenges he had in the first game. He's still creating those plays
first
for
killer.
Rhymes. Almost a good shot there from Rhymes, but he's able to still make these plays. But he's just crumbling right now. He's not able to find these challenges nor the saves.
This is just a bad play here. This is an inexperienced play. Did he get bumped? It looked like he jumped on my screen. Perhaps he got bumped. It looked like he was trying to avoid the collision. But either way, he ends up in the air way out of the play, and it's a tap-in for the defenders, and they lead by 1.
Now Rich into the corner. Oh, nice bump from Chinatown, maybe turning around, getting a goal. And oh my goodness, Rich, he's not able to make connection. What happened there?
That was the demo that set that up. I don't know. That's one of the luckiest double taps I've ever seen. But regardless, it went in the back of the net. That's what matters.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't even know. That double touch looked weird. But hey, they'll take any goal. Tied up here. I mean, still a minute 30 left. We can obviously see in overtime, though. It's looking like it. I mean, these teams are playing very even right now. Chinatown, another bump. Someone must have made him angry before this series.
Oh, good
Rhymes.
pass.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my Rocco.
He's on tonight.
And for all those doubters, he struggled last season. Top candidate for comeback player of the year right here. What an excellent Doomsy dish here. That's a play you don't see very often because the defense in Rocket League has evolved so much that usually you don't even have an opportunity for it. But that was such a tight angle. What an individual effort.
Yeah, I mean, defenders, they've been getting clipped on all series long
fake.
so far. And Rhymes, he's just able to control this game. Another bump from Chinatown, but an unfortunate bounce there from Rhymes. The defenders, they're happy to turn that around.
Big
almost
save.
Finding a goal. Yeah, like you said, a big save there from Chinatown.
That was the right play. Rich wasn't ready.
Rhymes now trying to get it into his teammate's hands. He's going to get it around one in a perfect recovery.
China is him.
He's able to put in another goal.
You start talking about China, you talk bad about him a little bit. Look at that. He uses the power slide to maintain his momentum through the bump. And with that, he's able to use his boost to reach the ball before Rich. Really smart play there.
Yeah, 35 seconds left. Quantum, they have a lead by 2. We saw defenders, they made late game comebacks against the Amigos pretty easily. As long as they can continue to do that, maybe we see this game turn around in an instant. A 50 here from Joe Dune. Rich, where are you? Ryan's able to get back up, but they got to make another save. And he gets
That's so slow.
It's a very slow shot, but a very nice bump here from Rich as well.
It didn't even matter because the net was so wide open. That's just the frustrating part for the defense of the Quantum there. They did all they felt like they could, but it still went in the back of the net.
Yes, I mean, still very nice play there from defenders. They have 15 seconds. 15 seconds is something that you
Final 10.
Love to have. And now maybe a chance. Rich, he's going to beat out Chinatown. 2-on-1, Rhymes.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Joe Dune, he sends a shot, but it's not on target. Rhymes
gets
a touch,
up.
but it's up.
Wow.
Rhymes, he has no boost, but he can easily kill this, and he will do that. Quantum lead 2-0 now.
Smart play by Rhymes there on the wall to kill that play and get it down. And Quantum, they lead 2-0. We're going to have a server change, and on top of that, we do have a timeout call from the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame the defenders calling a timeout here. I mean, you're not losing by a lot, but you're just not able to win a game. And I mean, we saw this against the Stars and Fire, and I mean, what we saw from them last time was, Fire, they won 3 straight. Unfortunately, they did not win the series, but I mean, still, those timeouts do affect how a series goes, and I feel like it's a smart call here from the defenders.
Well, yeah, the defenders, they just look uncoordinated. They look like their chemistry, their synergy, it's not clicking right now. There's just something off with this team. They're doing a lot of things right, a lot of things individually correct. But when you look at a lot of their rotations, when you look at a lot of their passes, no one's there for the passes. The rotations are getting cut. There's double commits. It's just not clean on the defensive side of things. And offensively, you can be a little bit more flexible. It doesn't really matter. They're scoring goals, so that's not really the problem right now. What they need to do is limit the chances Rhymes is getting. That's the problem right now. And I think that's something they're going to be talking about in that timeout is we just need to settle down here. We need to play our game because, they probably believe that they're the better team out of these two. And they got to go out there and prove that now because Quantum have come out swinging, throwing the kitchen sink at them. And the defenders, I'm giving them credit. They've done a lot of things right, but a lot of the important things have been lacking.
I mean, like you said, they've done a lot of things right, but The one thing they haven't done is it been able to stop Rhymes. I mean, we've just seen Rhymes delivering clip after clip, goal after goal, and also Chinatown, the way he's been playing, the way he's able to back up Rhymes, something's got to change, and it's not those individual things that they're doing right, but it's overall as a team. And I feel like this timeout hopefully clears it up for them. We do have a server change as well. Lag probably was playing a factor into them as
For
well.
sure.
So we could see a completely switch here in the series. But so far, Quantum have looked like the better team. Organ they're more playing organized, the
100%.
offense, the defense. And I love what I'm seeing from them, but defenders, this could be a good game to win here.
And hey, we got to give Quantum credit. They are doing exactly what they need to beat this Defenders team. I think they figured out a blueprint because when you think about that series that Defenders played against the Amigos, they didn't really shut down Frozen or AJ at any point. All they did was just eliminate mistakes and capitalize on all the opportunities they were given. As soon as the Amigos' mistakes stopped happening, they started losing. And Joe Dune here, timeout, looks like it worked.
As you said, they're here to capitalize on mistakes and not necessarily make their own plays. I mean, to be fair, they made a play right there. Rich, he's able to get the 50 onto the wall. Rhymes, he's just not able to get back into position after grabbing that boost, and Joe Dune is able to find that angle. Very nice way to start out this game 3. But Rhymes here on the 1v1. He's dangerous,
Wow.
and that flick right there, just automatic. Nice shot.
Perfect placement, perfect car control here. He keeps it at the right spot. It gets a little high on him, but he's still able to get enough of it to get over Joe Dune and get it in the back of the net there.
Yeah, and it's a great way to answer back here. I mean, we've seen in this series just a lot of back and forth, and just like that right there,
Whoa.
Rich, off the kickoff. Nice shot as well.
And that is just unfortunate. China, he full committed for that one. I saw him angle his car a little bit. Don't think that had a whole lot to do with him missing, but it looked like he was not expecting anyone to be there. So nice work by Rich to be able to capitalize on that situation.
And something I'd like to mention here, I mean, obviously, it's only happened a couple times, but
Wow.
those couple times have resulted into goals. Chinatown and Rhymes and the kickoff factor, as I like to call it. I mean, it is a real thing, and when kickoffs don't go your way, obviously it can lead to you not being able to get in position. Joe Dune almost finding that double touch, but the kickoff factor is a real thing, and Quantum have unfortunately been the team to suffer most from it. Moving downside here, the pitch. Rhymes, he's maybe finding a shot, but nice 50 here. And Rich, he doesn't have boost. He's not able to push forward on that play. Joe Dune expecting that to happen. Rhymes, he's able to get around one. Rich, he has to get a touch. Does it this time. Now Rhymes trying to get a 50 to the midfield. Chinatown.
He played that right.
Able to beat Joe Dune into that. And now Rich, an early challenge. Rhymes is ready for it though. Maybe we see a counterattack goal here.
Heads up.
50, but no one is back in net for Quantum, and Joe Dune, he's just going to have a wide open net.
Yeah, I said heads up for a reason. I saw this happening well before it happened. Chinatown, he's up trying to steal boost, whereas Rhymes challenging the ball with no boost himself. What does that lead? What does that lead to, or leave, I guess? Is an open net.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make mistakes like that against defenders. Although you have a 2-0 lead, obviously can't get overconfident by the way you're playing. And just like this is a nice response off the timeout. I love what I'm seeing so far from the defenders. They're playing more organized, showcasing more mechanics. As a very nice shot there from Rich. Able to get that wave dash and pop over China. And I mean, talking about the defenders team, they've also just played very well on defense here. They're able to shut down those shot attempts from Rhymes. They're able to work around Chinatown, trying to get those bumps in there. And that's the real result why they're up now only 2.
Rhymes going to go ahead and answer back here off the kickoff. And Joe Dune just caught a little bit flat-footed there after not the best kickoff from his teammate. We'll say that just to be a little nice. It was a mistake there that was capitalized on by Rhymes. So whichever team figures out how to eliminate or at least reduce the number of mistakes they're making is going to be the team that comes away victorious.
I mean, we have 2.5 minutes here, nearing halftime, so maybe we see Quantum start to heat up as a nice touch here from Chinatown
What?
and an unfortunate own goal there from Rich. How did this happen?
Unlucky we go next. I don't. It, that
Oh,
could have not touched the ball. Chinatown wasn't getting a touch. Confusing to say the least.
yeah. We'll just leave it there. We don't need to highlight too much on that play there. Just
We won't harbor
unfortunate.
on it.
And now Chinatown, he's trying to
Chinatown,
turn the
he's trying to answer
favor.
back. He's trying to answer back.
Maybe
He
we
said, "I
see
see you."
mid-series trade happen in the trade deadline as well.
Oh, Joe didn't do it. The pass.
Oh,
Oh, that is the defenders right there.
and I do love that passing play. I mean, although it did not work out, I like Joe Dune trying to get involved in that, not just going for the shot.
100%. That's exactly what we were looking for this whole series. I mean, obviously it didn't connect, but if they keep doing that, they're bound to connect on one of them.
Very dangerous there from Rhymes. Almost.
Good
resulting in a
positioning by
goal.
China.
China not able to get the best touch, but Rhymes able to get a beat. Joe Dune, he has no boost here, and Rhymes, he has 100. Can he make a play? Finding the pass to
Oh, the
Chinatown,
dime.
but no shot on target. But right back at them, Rhymes, sending it to the backboard. Rich, able
Nice
to get
touch.
another read there. Very nice. But they're still under pressure. They need to get a big clear. Rich looking to do so. Chinatown. Poorly touched there, and a perfect shot there from Joe Dune. Able to put in a hat trick as well.
Man, that was really weird going in. I mean, it was a heck of a shot, but the fact that it got this bounce off the crossbar, very generous.
Yeah, and I don't like the way China played that. I mean, he waited a long time in the air, used his flip at the last second, and was able to not get back on the ball due to the fact the way he flipped did not control it. And that's unfortunate to see here, but defenders, they're more than happy to have that happen. They're up 2 here. We have a minute left. Maybe we see defenders answer back after this timeout.
They've got a minute left to close it out. Rhymes, he can score in flurries. We've seen it happen before. I think it's harder for these teams with one, I guess you could call one carry player to score in flurries, but Rhymes, he can definitely do it.
Yeah, especially the way
You
he's
gotta
been
stop
playing
Rich
tonight.
first.
He's been doing well offensively and defensively, maybe turning that into a shot. Joe Dune, not the best clear, but he's still indeed a clear. Chinatown baiting Rich
Whoa.
into that one. Nice able to get
Good
back
speed.
into Rhymes' hands, but a nice play there from Joe Dune. But now the 1v1. Chinatown trying to look for that fake. Can we see a middle pass? Rich, he's going to take Rhymes' boost. You need to go all in here if you're Quantum. You do not have much time. 10 seconds left. They need 2 goals, but they ain't going to get it. Joe Dune.
They need 3.
Joe Dune just able to close this game out.
And a nice response there from the defenders. If you call a timeout down 2-0 against the team you're favored to beat, and you drop that game, you got some problems. You got some trouble brewing on the horizon. But they did a nice job here. I think this is about what we expected from them from the start. But now it's Quantum's turn to answer back. We did a lot of talking about the defenders, but now they've got to get things going.
Yeah, and I mean, I still think Quantum. I still think they're playing the better side in here, but obviously that game was not the best. Rhymes, it's his first game. He didn't have a hat trick there, and I feel like Quantum, they didn't play necessarily bad. They made a couple big mistakes in that game, but what the real difference was is defenders. They came into this game. They were mentally refreshed after the timeout. They were way more organized on both ends of the pitch, and they were just able to, outpace, you could say, the Quantum to certain things. And defenders, they didn't really have to do much on defense, but when they did, they were able to step up to the challenge. And I feel like that's something you need if you want to come back in this series.
And I think if you're Quantum here, you kind of just stick with it. I don't think you're in any rush to use your timeout. Maybe they don't even want to use the timeout if you're Rhymes. I mean, it's going to sound like a broken record here, but this time I didn't think Quantum played that bad. 6-3. There was kind of some garbage time goals, and they were kind of going all out there at the end. And things just didn't go Quantum's way that series. They're going to need to try and have a fresh start, a fresh outlook on the series from this point forward. Because you're still up a game at this point.
And we saw against the Eradicators, Chinatown pulling out the Marauder. And he's pulling it out again. Maybe this is his car. But I respect it. I mean, obviously, hopefully it's just not a sign of them, trying to be cocky here. But maybe Rhymes. Oh my goodness. Nice flip reset into the top corner.
That is how you start things off. You start off 2-0 in the series, drop a game. Let me remind you who's up in this series. Nice shot by Rhymes.
Rhymes just solidifying why he is that comeback player of the year. Obviously, still a lot of players in that running here. Rhymes, like you said earlier, the favorite. I mean, nice way to respond after going down a game. Not obviously what you want to see, but very nice here. Now Chinatown just able to control this ball here. Doesn't have much boost, but was able to just get time for Rhymes to able to get back into position. Nice beat there. Defenders, they're struggling here. Trying to get out of it. Rich, very nice control touch. Able to set up a 1v1 maybe here. So go around town. Rhymes. Dangerous pop there. Joe Dune just diving away. Now maybe a 2-on-1. Rhymes, he finds the pass to Chinatown. And a pass right back. And look at that passing play from the Quantum.
And it's now 2-0. And I love Chinatown getting involved here. Rhymes is playing well mechanically. It's very clear at this point. The defenders, as of last game, they're playing well. So now at this point, when we get into the thick of things here in the middle of this series, when fatigue perhaps could be starting to set in for some of these players, nerves are no longer a factor for the most part. At this point, it's who's going to play the best Rocket League.
And so far, Rhymes, he's just been going clip after clip. And if you were to tell me who's playing the best Rocket League here, I would have to say Rhymes, but
it's facts. It's facts.
I mean, you can't
pending unrestricted free agent as well. Be interesting to see if he resigns.
And I mean, and I feel like no disrespect here, but Quantum, it's just not been the home as Rhymes has been used to. I mean, obviously, former Bandits player.
Wow.
He had a teammate that he really he was close to, and oh my goodness, off the post there. And in Rhymes, he comes into a new organization, and he's also set up with the challenge not to be able to play with a teammate as good as Capical. And I feel like for Rhymes, something big to re-sign is maybe looking forward to maybe higher ranked teammates, maybe just overall very high paycheck. No, I'm joking. Imagine maybe a lifetime support of Cheez-Its, but hey, Rhymes, very nice double touch here off the ground.
It wasn't Rhymes who scored this double touch, but it was Rich. Rich, he went ahead and shot it over Rhymes. It was a little bit unexpected. We'll call it the mini first killer play.
Excuse me, I'm just used to Rhymes clipping all day.
Oh, facts.
But I mean, defenders, nice way to respond there. Almost a dangerous play there from Joe Dune. And a whiff, and a whiff, and a whiff, and a bump. What is going on?
That was chaos.
I just saw gold level gameplay for a hot second there.
Oh, here we go.
But a big demo from Joe Dune.
No boost.
Rhymes, nice touch off the backboard, but still no boost. Defenders, they have all the boost in their possession. Rich just able to find a nice top corner shot there, and look at that. They tie this game right back up.
I can't believe this went in. I thought it was a save for sure. Tough angle there. Tough shot. Rhymes just got a little bit early on that rotation back. He would have liked a full rotation back in through the far post, but he had to cut in kind of near post and wasn't able to cut off that angle.
Still, we're tied up in this game. Defenders making that quick comeback here. But we need to see more offensively here from Quantum. They need to step up. They've been on the backside of things in the recent minute. Chinatown,
nice save.
Nice save there. Not able to
Here
turn
he
it into a
goes. Let him
1v1.
cook. Let
Well, the
him.
musty flick 50, but not able to get it. Now Rich on the turnaround. He has boost, but he doesn't have the 50. Now Chinatown maybe just trying to get a shot. Joe Dune now in the air. You have to shut
Oh,
him
little
down.
pre-flip.
He has the
Oh,
flip reset.
oh,
Uses the flip, but Rhymes just very easy save. Played that
oh no.
patiently.
Oh no.
Now
A little
back to
bit
his
early
ball.
there. 1-on-1. Good
What a
defense.
big demo there from Chinatown. But Joe Dune able to make a speedy recovery. Able to get a touch on that. Rhymes, he's not going to be able to get it.
Oh. Oh, he got caught up on the crossbar. This happens to the best of us. He was moving at such quick pace. It looked like a routine read, routine save. Bang! Runs right into the crossbar there. Not able to make the save.
And the placement on that shot from Joe Dune was absolutely excellent there. I mean, you just put it in the spot, the one spot Rhymes could not save it, and now defenders find themselves a goal up here. Nash, and we have a minute left here. Can the defenders tie this series up after the timeout? Very big from them.
Final
And
minute
look at
brought
that
to you by
passing
Jesus.
play. Oh my goodness, Rich, another hat trick for him in this series. Joe Dune, beautiful assist here. Gets the flick right over Rhymes. Chinatown not able to get back in net in time. Now Quantum have to come back from a 2-goal deficit. And oh
like we
my
were saying,
goodness.
Oh my.
It's just
Wheels are
getting
coming
worse.
off the bus here. Wheels are coming off the bus. I remember when it was 2-0 Quantum. Anybody else?
I mean, I remember when it was 0-0 and we said defenders were gonna, take it in 6. Hey, that prediction's looking pretty good, but I mean, obviously, you still have time to come back in this game as Chinatown. Hey, he's gonna find a little cheap goal here. 40 seconds left, still doable.
This is a big goal here. Even if they don't come back and win this, at least they didn't give up 5 unanswered to lose the game.
Well, now, I mean, I have to do the difficult task. Maybe finding 2 more goals. Chinatown off the kickoff, though. He gets a pop over Joe Dune. Rhymes is able to put a shot, but what a save.
Wow.
I mean, Rich, he
And
was
that's
just,
what
he was
you
just
need.
ready.
That's what you need from the defenders. A big save like that. It can be kind of nervy, even with up 2 goals. Everyone's been in that spot where you have a multi-goal lead, but you can never feel safe until you make that first big save. Oh, open net.
Rhymes, can he get back to it?
in?
Yes. And I mean, hey, we still have 5 seconds here. Very doable. We've seen it happen before in this, so far in this season, but it's only happened on rare occasions. I mean, I think it's only happened at least once or twice here, but.
Oh no, we've seen it before. It's happened before. The RLC's been around
But
for a while.
if you were to call a guy to do a job like this, you would call Rhymes, no doubt. But it's just gonna kill straight down in defenders.
Oh. Give it a bounce. Give it a bounce. Man, I always root for the comeback. It doesn't matter who's down, who's up. I'm always rooting for the comeback. That's why if I ever throw a game, just know it's because for the comeback. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you're Quantum here, you lose 2 straight. You haven't played the best Rocket League in these last 2 games. Do you call timeout here?
I think if you're gonna use a timeout, I would call it here. Me personally, but I can understand wanting to answer back on your own because they kind of did start answering back there in the final minute. But I would like the extra minute at this point to be able to think about it. Like, okay, here we are. We've won 2 games already, but let's put that behind us because we've also lost 2. Let's think of this as a best of 3 and see who can take it. Let's start and get back to what was working in the first 2 games.
And, we saw this, last week. Defenders, they were on series point. I mean, obviously we're not on series point right now, but they were on series point. They decided not to use that timeout, and they were able to, answer back in a game or 2, and it was so crucial to not. I mean, it was just so weird, I should say. it was just so weird not to see a timeout there. But the mind games
Disgusting.
starting
Disgusting.
the game out. 8 seconds in, Joe Dune has himself a goal.
You could kind of feel it coming, but you were just waiting for that cutback. Rhymes certainly was, but he was able to just perfectly place that right behind Rhymes. Excellent play.
And the game sense to, find the very, very edge of the goal there, waiting for the right moment to strike. That's just excellence there out of Joe Dune. And we've seen that all season from him, but Rhymes maybe trying to answer back with a double touch. Not able to get it, but a demo here out from Chinatown. Rhymes back on the play. Missed bump there from Rich. Weak shot, though. Joe Dune able to clear up the easy save. Chinatown maybe trying to get something started here.
Ooh.
Able to get back to the ground. And Rich,
Oh.
early flick. Can he get back to it? Yes, he can. And just like that, defenders, they're up 2-0.
Slicing and dicing through the defense there. Chinatown, like a fallen angel, wasn't able to make contact. And Rhymes, he was just caught on the bad end of a nice dribble there by Rich.
And Rich, he's been having himself a very good series. The MVP so far for the defenders, in my opinion. He's been able to do both things, defensively, offensively. He's been able to put in the goals that they need. He's also been able to make clutch saves, but Rhymes is also a guy you got to be careful with now. Maybe going the other way. Rich, not able to make connection, but Joe Dune. That ball was halfway in the net. Psycho attempt there from Rhymes. They don't hate the play there. A bump coming out from Joe Dune. Rich, he's not in the play, but he's going to get baited in. Nice squishy save there. And now Rhymes just living off pads here. Trying to get any ounce of boost that he can. Rich plays it down slow. Chinatown dives in.
Off 50. Rich with the pass to the corner there.
And he's able to get that corner. A nice dime. I mean, hey, not a bad play. Just flip-flopping there, but Rich, he's able to turn it into a goal somehow. What happened? I don't even know. Just very weird play there. Quantum caught out of position, you could say. And this is not a good position here if you're a Quantum fan. You're down 3-0 early on. Actually, excuse me.
You gotta bury this.
3-1 as Chinatown puts it in the back of the net, but not really the best start, as they will find themselves a little easy garbage goal or what? I don't even know what I just said. It was that bad.
Well, you know what? They'll take it. They will take that every day of the week, because now it's only 2 goals with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Absolutely plenty of time here. And I don't love that dive there from Chinatown. He's trying to recreate that kickoff goal. A little bit desperate there. Hoping now they don't get scored on. Let's see. Oh, what in the world? Well, okay. Mechanics on display here.
Let him cook.
Looking
bro.
like me. Looking like me over here.
You just gotta let him
Joe
cook.
Dune with the fake, we'll call it. Chinatown with a nice clear there, actually. That could have been a dangerous scoring chance for the defenders had he not gotten that.
And I feel like I've just been, saying the same thing, but the word just fits so well. Like the way that these teams are organizing themselves on the ends of the pitch. I feel like Quantum have kind of lost their slack here on the defensive side. I mean, they're just panicking. They're panicking. They're getting touches that don't necessarily help them, and it's just not been going their way as lately. As defenders could find themselves on a 3-0 run here. And a nice flick there from Joe Dune. Maybe another one. Rhymes, he's no boost. He's just floating into the net, and Rich, an easy tapping goal to get his hat trick as well.
And bring it back to 3 goals. Rhymes, he gets that touch, lands, jumps again out of desperation, gets a slightest touch on it, but it's just not enough.
And you can back me up here, but I mean, are you noticing a pattern here? Chinatown out the play. Rhymes no boost, having to make a save.
Oh, what a save there by Joe Dune. Oh, the pre-jump. Oh, disgusting. Joe Dune is a defender, a defensive defender.
Oh, what can we see here? Very
Could be
confusing
by
play here.
Rhymes.
Rhymes.
Oh my, tough.
And that was a mistake, not able to play the ball the first time around. So he just kind of lets it bounce out to Joe Dune, and he's now forcing himself to make kind of a prediction save, and if you would rather take, a 100% hit or prediction save, I'm sure most of us would go to the 100%. But man, that's just, I don't even know. Oh my goodness, Joe doing the pre-jump
Wow.
demon.
Double hat trick here. Both defenders with the hat trick. That is ridiculous there by Joe Dune. Like, I don't even think Rhymes knew where he was going with that ball when he made that turn. Nice play. Nice play.
And all of a sudden, this series has just absolutely, absolutely gone to shambles for Quantum. And I feel like after this game, you have to call a timeout. I mean, we could potentially see a Brazil coming out from the defenders, and if that was the case, obviously that's going to be tilting. But not only that, you're going to be on series point, and if you lose that game, you're gone. You're out the playoffs. Obviously, it's not the result that you want to see, but you're in the lower bracket. You're going to see someone go home tonight, and the next game could very easily see the end of this series. But as we near the end of this game, Rhymes maybe just trying to get a momentum goal here. Trying to find a play into the corner. Team bumps coming out from the defenders. And Chinatown, hey, he'll put one in
There we go.
Net.
Consolation. Rhymes still hasn't scored in this game. They have done a really nice job to shut him down. Even, in that little example right there, Rich, actually, if he flips the right way, he has a look at that save. But regardless, they still lead by 4 goals here. Should be able to close this game out.
Yeah, I mean, as good as the defenders are playing right now, they just gotta be able to keep it up. I'm sure they're gonna call a timeout here. So defenders, they're gonna have to be able to put under that pressure of having to play the same under a timeout. Rich putting in another goal here, just showing how good he is offensively.
Not much to say here. Quantum's playing desperate. They've completely gotten away from their game plan. It's going to take an entire reset after this game for them to have a chance to get back into this and force a Game 7. But credit the defenders who have looked like a completely different team from, in my opinion, like about halfway-ish through Game 2. They kind of flipped a switch. And since then, they haven't looked back. Obviously, they didn't finish off Game 2 the way they would have liked to. But since then, they have been playing a different level. What a save there by Rhymes to avoid making it 6 goals. It's going to be tough for Quantum.
I mean, and if you're any of these teams here, I would just try and play keep away. Try and run down this clock. You know this game is over. But hey, Rhymes, he wants at least one
never
goal.
mind.
He wants 1 goal in the game. I mean, respect to him, but still, you're down 4 here, 6 seconds left. You're not going to be able to do it. When you were down 6-1, you got to start focusing on the next game right here. I mean, defenders have all of a sudden taken the series lead. What do you think it would take gameplay-wise out of the defender or out of the Quantum to make a comeback here in this series?
Energy's still around. Justin is there for the shot.
Oh, it's still up. Wait, why is this actually like crazy? Oh, a psycho.
Dude, we've had two Justin bounces. Make it through. Oh, never mind. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. What do they need to do to come back? I think if we're talking stylistically, they need to do a complete reset and go back to what was working in games 1 and 2. Rhymes was just cooking. And we have a timeout officially called here from Quantum. No surprise there.
Yeah, and I mean, Quantum, smart timeout here. And I'd like to give a shout out to their manager. They've done well to keep themselves composed. Obviously, they're coming to this game. They need to win this game. They gotta play. I feel like not necessarily desperate, but have to play.
No, they're desperate.
They have to play for their playoff life here, and it's gonna take a lot more than just playing around the defenders.
Well, they are desperate, but the most important thing is for them not to play desperate. Them playing desperate is the reason why they got scored on and lost so badly in that last game. They need to continue to play a structured game, and I think both players have just been so streaky. 1 minute Chinatown's making the right play, the next he's giving up a free goal. Rhymes 1 second looks like he can't be stopped, and then the next he can't score a goal. You've got to find that consistency, whatever it is, some level of it.
And obviously, going into this series, you were expecting, an offensive shootout, goal after goal. But You know, the better team, defensively, especially in this series, is going to come out on top. And Quantum, the first 2 games, their defense was just played phenomenally, and they weren't panicking necessarily. And now all of a sudden, these past 3 games, the amount of pressure and the upper 90 shots we've seen from the defenders, it's all of a sudden changed the flow of their defense, and they're just getting the panic touches. They're not making the right plays in the midfield, and overall, that's led to defenders being able to shut them out in games like that. 7-3. That's not what you like to see. But
The defenders living up to their name. And when I said they flipped a switch, it wasn't just offensively. Defensively, the rotations have been much cleaner. They've looked a lot better, and just frankly, they're peaking. They're making all the right plays at the right times. And now it's Quantum's turn to return the favor. If they want to force a Game 7, which at this point, you're taking it 1 game at a time because that's all you have left. If you're Rhymes, you need to leave it all out there on the pitch. Nothing needs to be left behind here. You've got to play your best game here.
And here it is. Game 6. If Quantum lose, they're out of the playoffs. What if we...
Season would be over.
Yeah, I mean, if they come out
with
a win here, then we could potentially see that Game 7 rematch we saw.
Fireworks early. Rhymes has switched to a Fennec.
Hey, we saw him pop off against the Eradicators with the Fennec. Definitely not a bad decision. But here we go. Defenders. Team pinch there, but a dangerous play. Rhymes, he has a wide open net for a long time. Does he get enough power on it? Yes, he does.
Great start there from Quantum. It was a little bit crazy at first. Demo here, demo there. Ball's a little bit back and forth. But Rhymes, he goes ahead, settles it down. The defenders, they were playing a little bit too excited there, had the double commit. In my opinion, if they had left it and just had one person shoot, it's probably a goal. But nonetheless, here we are.
Rhymes. He's been able to step up to the challenge at some points, and now maybe a double touch. Oh my goodness.
And he's already, in the first 43 seconds, doubled his production from last game. Rhymes is here to play. He's got this friendly reminder. Hey, Quantum, we're not out of it.
And, I mean, Rich, he's been in that position so many times this series, having to get a touch on the backboard, and he's been able to do it a couple times, but for the majority of the time, he's just not able to connect on that. And Rhymes can't give him that space. And now Rich in the midfield getting a nice 50 on Rhymes. Chinatown maybe trying to take control. A nice bump there from Rich, but Joe Dune the early challenge. And the demo comes out on Joe Dune. Rich, he gets faked out, but is able to recover.
Good landing.
And now an early challenge again. And Rhymes, he's got to play this well. 2 defenders trying to get him. Now, the other way, Rich finally gets that demo. Chinatown, yet again, another all-in play. He's got to slow down.
I didn't hate that play from him because it gives his teammate time to rotate in and potentially he gets an unexpected touch. Here we are now. Chinatown, open net. Oh, the turtle. Disgusting. The disrespect.
And just a nice 50 there. Also able to get his car in front of Joe Dune, slowing his momentum down. And when you look at this same exact scoreline as we saw last game, they're up 3-0 with 3:17 on the clock. Kind of weird stat to point out, but hey, it's pretty cool. Rich just trying to get control on that play. Both Quantum players in the defender's corner. Can Rhymes get back? Yes, he can. Oh, the missed boost there from Rich. Doesn't matter. Joe Dune not able to get the goal. Chinatown stands in his way. Trying to continue that air drag. Not able to get it though. Rhymes. Just a nice clear here. Defenders just trying to get every single thing. And oh no. My goodness, Chinatown.
Again.
The fake and another turtle. No, we don't get to see the other turtle.
Oh my goodness. And it's just sloppy, bad play from the defenders. And they're the 4-seed team. They have a little bit of experience now in the playoffs. and you expect more from this team. You expect better from this team. I don't consider them veterans. This is still young players making mistakes here, but this is a crucial time here. In my opinion, the better team, they always find a way to win.
Ooh.
Oh, nice little doink there. But man, they are not looking like the better team right now. And if I'm the defenders, I don't want this going to Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, like you kind of mentioned before, they need to look into this as a best of 3. You lose the first game, you still have a couple games to come back here. And I mean, Joe,
Hey, you still have this game.
You still have this game. I mean, he's gonna try and start this comeback with a nice little turnaround goal. Chinatown just not able to get the right touch, and yeah, this is definitely a good series. And I mean, Quantum, they're living up to the underdog statement here. Oh, Joe Dune trying to cut that angle. Not able to get around it enough though. Rhymes gets his car spun out, but is able to get a 50 to Chinatown. It's still up in the air. Chinatown kind of saves it for the defenders. I wonder if he didn't touch it, if Rhymes could have been able to get back to that.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
Chinatown with the Hattie.
Let him cook. In Chinatown, he's been having an off and on series, but so far in this game, he's been having a fantastic game. I mean, out of the timeout, Quantum have answered for sure. They answered strong. They're giving the defenders a wake up call. Like, you might have won 3 straight, but we're still here. We're still that same old Quantum team that you saw early on. And I mean, oh my goodness, another almost own goal coming up from Joe Dune. And this is just relentless pressure here. Able to get physical. Nice pop up there from Rhymes. Maybe finding another goal.
Oh my.
And a hat trick for both Quantum players.
Is there any stability between either of these teams? It's domination on one end and domination on the other end.
Man, this is just brutal if you're the defenders. You're coming to this game, you're on series point, you're looking forward to winning this game, and then all of a sudden you're down the same amount that you were winning by last game. And it's also been just pretty goals and pretty saves from both Quantum players. And now we're bound to see Game 7 here unless we see the best comeback of all time. But
oh, we're going to Game 7. There's
yeah.
No way. 5 goals in 30 seconds.
Hey man, I know some people that have done that before here.
It would be close right now if both players went AFK. For Quantum, I don't even know if they could get it done.
But now you look into this series. It's Game 7.
Right.
This is not necessarily.
This is what happened in the regular season.
Oh, for the Brazil.
The Brazil. 4 goals from Chinatown here. One of the best Game 6 performances we've seen in a long time. Chinatown absolutely clutching out Rhymes. He's like, hey, let me go ahead and get an assist here.
That was dirty. That is mind tilting if you're rich.
They've used their timeout also. Fun fact. Full mental reset for the defenders. If you're the team that deserves to win, you're going to take this minute, collect yourselves, come back, and play a much better game. That's what I expect from the defenders. But, man, this series has shown us just not to expect anything because you have no clue what's coming next.
And this could make or break my prediction as well.
Well, it already broke mine. I thought mine was looking pretty good up until this.
I can go back to back, bro. I've never done that before. That's all I care about. No, but...
Oh, it mattered, right?
But now you look into this, right? I mean, Quantum, they just had a very, very good performance here in Game 6. And the pressure is mainly on the defenders here as, they're the only team to take Amigos to Game 6. They looked like probably the second best team in the playoffs, and then all of a sudden, they're getting Braziled, and now they're in a Game 7 with, the 6th seed. And I mean, I mean, if you're the defenders here, you have to regroup. But if you're Quantum, I mean, what's the decision here? If you're Quantum,
Keep doing exactly what you were just doing.
I mean, you can't. But I mean, can you rely on Chinatown to have the same performance as he did last game?
Well, no, it doesn't even need to be that. You don't need to win by 6 goals to win the series. You just need to win by 1 goal. And the defenders, they made so many mistakes, and they are so rattled at this point. Hopefully, they've collected themselves and are going to have a decent product on the field. And Chase, I've kind of been trying to say this, but I think everyone expects the defenders to come out here and play a really good Game 7. I think they expected them to close it out in Game 6. So the pressure is on them. Quantum playing with house money. Let's see. Can Chinatown continue his performance?
Oh
my.
He's trying to start off early, but Rhymes, he's going to start us off strong. 9 seconds in, a goal for Quantum.
Oh my goodness. And Chinatown does everything right here with the assist. Going
Looking like the lithium. No, I'm joking.
Oh my goodness. Now Chinatown clears the lithium, bro. Easily.
I mean, that's up for debate. Maybe we see, maybe we see this
Oh, here we go,
matchup happen
Chinatown.
at some point in the future if they come out victorious. But Rich, he's got to be able to work with Joe Dune here to come back. Rough start.
What a
but
terrible start for the
you have,
defenders. Yeah, as
you
you were
have
just
plenty
saying
of time.
there.
You have plenty of time.
Lots of time, but things have not been going their way the past 2 games. The past 5.5 minutes of Rocket League have not treated them well.
Joe Dune, he's not able to
Oh
get
my
the touch.
goodness.
Rhymes and Chinatown are cooking right now.
And what are they cooking? They're cooking up the defenders. They are putting them in a pressure cooker, the crock pot, the smoker, the oven. I don't care what it is, but the defenders need to take a beat here because they are completely unraveling.
Bro didn't even mention the air fryer, bro.
The air fryer, bro.
The air fryer. That's what it smells like right now. But hey, Rich, he's answering right back with a nice flick into the top corner.
And that's the response. That is the response. That is what we expected to see from them in Game 6. It didn't come out. But
And-
here we are in Game 7, Rich, with a clutch goal. I don't think people may not understand how important that goal is to this Game 7 here.
And you look at Game 7 here, especially on the defender side, nerves are going to play a factor in this series, for sure. And I mean, this is win or go home. And Joe Dune, he's been trying to get those flip resets and nice airplay goals all night, but Quantum, they've just done a nice job defensively to stop that. And, expect this game to be a shootout offensively, just goal after goal. Now Rhymes in the air. He's got control. He has one, but not around Joe Dune. But Chinatown, the upper 90.
Are you kidding me, Chinatown? Rhymes, I mean, this looks eerily similar to their first goal. Chinatown off the bounce with a perfectly placed shot. Like, where has this been all season? Chinatown looking like one of the best shooters in the game right now, and they're up by 2.
In Quantum, I mean, no disrespect to them, but I feel like this is an unexpected performance here late on in this series.
I think it could be the other way around. I think the defenders' unexpected collapse, but there's still time, like you mentioned, for them to figure it out. But look at this right now. Look at what's happening with the defenders.
And
the nerves have to be taking over.
In the early
this is
challenges
it.
I'm seeing,
Waterfall.
maybe a little bit of
Waterfall.
panic, but Rich trying to get a
No.
shot. Not able to connect. Joe Dune
He rushed
sends in
it.
a challenge.
This is going to be a tough angle here. You might want to just take the 50 and play to live another
Oh, a
day.
nice bump. But Joe Dune, he's just not able to get it on target, too high. In Chinatown, he's just been able to clear these balls, able to get
These
the
50s.
50s. And, oh no, a
Oh,
big
mistake.
mistake there from Rhymes.
Oh,
Catching his
no.
teammate off guard, and Joe Dune, he's going to capitalize right back in this game.
And that is an uncharacteristic mistake here. I mean, they are in full control. You don't even need to rush the play that much. And Joe Dune, credit him for capitalizing and putting it top left and not missing, because that would have been just a disaster. But here we are now. It's a 1-goal game with 3 minutes to go. Oh,
And
look
maybe
at
Joe
this.
Dune ties it up. Nice shot, but Rhymes, he's able to get back to it. Nice save. Also, nice control. Able to take it up to an air dribble. Oh, the control there. Getting it over Rich, but Joe Dune stands up.
Oh, careful here.
Crossbar shot. Chinatown. He
Chinatown,
sends it all
no.
in. Rich, does he
Can
even
he
need
make
to
it
get it
back?
there? Joe Dune.
Oh,
Cross
my
map goal.
Goodness.
And we're tied up.
Yeah, that can't happen. Chinatown, he's playing confident. He's playing aggressive, but Joe Dune, I mean, he had to be watching Chinatown there. Just chip that shot over him, and it was enough. Prosomac Rhymes almost got there. But as we near halftime, we are tied. 3 games apiece and 3 goals apiece.
And I mean, Chinatown, I like that he's playing with confidence. I like that he's, trying to be that aggressor. But you also need to, pay attention to what's happened all series. You've been overcommitting, and it's been costing you goals, especially a team like Defenders. They know how to work with that. And I mean, Chinatown, he's just got to slow down a little bit, still play that confidence role because he's been doing great. But he's just got to take it, one second at a time here. I mean, still, in Defender's half here. Jodun, he's going to get that 100 boost, but Chinatown maybe looking for a pass. Early challenge there from Rhymes. Rich able to collect the demo there. Jodun, he has the ball. Not a lot of boost, but Chinatown.
Oh, what a play.
Sends the bump.
He's going for the bump again. Rhymes playing a little bit further back there. He's starting to play a little bit more conservative, realizing, okay, this game is going a little bit too fast. We need to slow it down here because it's just goal after goal. Let's see how it works out for him.
And that's what the veteran does, but Rich flying in, getting the upper 90, and all of a sudden, Defenders, they have the lead here.
Just bullying him, and Rhymes, it looked like he was kind of asleep in net. Didn't use any boost at all, was barely accelerating, and with 1:33 left, they're up by 1, they being the Defenders. Good kickoff here, though.
Rhymes,
Oh, that's
another
a
good
bad
50.
That's a good recovery, though.
Rich, he's up in the air now with the air dribble. Not, he wouldn't
I
necessarily
like
get
Joe
the
doing the
pass.
same with that.
Rhymes, he gets it around 1. Chinatown, can he find the bump? No.
That's a bad touch. Oh, no.
Rhymes, trying to get that early goal, but he does get the boost from him.
Ooh.
Chinatown, able to get the goal.
And
Rhymes,
oh,
he gets
no.
flicked. Can Joe Doon get around it? No. We are nearing
It's
a
gotta be
minute here.
clutch here. Oh, what is that pass? No way. Final minute here, sponsored by Cheez-Its.
Oh my god.
And now here we are, Chinatown. Can
No.
he put his team out? Oh my goodness, why did I get that hype? It was just a shot attempt, and here we are.
Big bump there, but a misplay there. 45 seconds left. Defenders, they have a goal lead. They just need to play conservative.
Quantum
don't-
needs the ball here. They got to shut this down immediately and get possession. They do
Rhymes.
not want the defenders holding the possession through
Oh,
the
a team
final
bump!
30 seconds.
It's
What is
a team
that?
bump.
Oh,
What
what
a-
is that bump? That's
What a
crazy.
bump from Rich. And now
Oh
it's
my
back in the
goodness.
midfield.
That's clutch.
Defenders. Maybe
China's
trying to
gotta
start.
go.
Oh my goodness. Intense final minute here in game 7. The winner will go to the lower semifinals, but the loser will
Careful
go
here, Joe
home.
Doon. Oh my goodness. Final 10 seconds.
And it ticked down.
And the
Rhymes.
defenders. Oh my goodness.
He sends it to the backboard. Joe
This
June.
is not what
Awkward.
you want.
Rhymes.
Oh,
a
no.
mistouch. Chinatown. He's got to go
Gotta
now.
keep that up.
It's
okay,
up.
nice. First
Rich
touch,
kills
and
it.
it's over.
And Defenders with a historic game 7. They are victorious, and they are your lower quarterfinal winners in one of the best series we've seen in some time.
And it came down to the wire. I think a lot of people expected the Defenders to win this series. And I think they expected it to be close, but maybe not this close. That was an excellent game 7 by both teams here. They both put it all out on
Ooh.
the field.
I mean,
No
my
one can be-
prediction,
disappointed.
my prediction though.
Hey, listen, bro, listen. I know you got the script over there. You got to share it with us.
My bad, bro. My bad. But man, this is just unbelievable here. Shout out to Quantum making it a heck of a series. Unfortunately, though, their season has come to an end. Rhymes, interesting to look what his future is going to be like. Maybe resigning, maybe moving on to a different organization. But Defenders, after not the best series in the week before, but something definitely to be proud of. You come into this series almost collapsing and falling out of the playoffs like that, but they were able to, understand the position they were in. They're able to overcome all that pressure, and they're able to get the job done here. And I mean, dang. But I think we're gonna try and get these players in for an interview. If you want here, let's see where they are. And now, if you look into this series, ahead of time, we still have plenty of more round 2 matches to happen. I mean, in fact, just only one. But I believe we have Joe Dune in here. Not sure if we have his other teammate. We'll give him a second. There he is. Do we have Rich and Joe Dune here with us?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, just to start things off, you guys played one of the best Game 7 games and one of the best series we've seen so far this season. I mean, how are you guys feeling after, overcoming all that pressure?
That was probably my favorite series I think I've ever played in.
Yeah, same.
It was pressure at all costs. I mean, I have to give a big shout out to Quantum. They are one heck of a team. They are Rhymes and Chinatown. That's such a good combo. I want to see them do more next season. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the pressure that we had on us was after going down 2-0, it was pretty scary.
So you guys go down 2-0, decide to use that timeout then. I respect that move. I agree with that move. But then, everything's going well. You win multiple games straight. And then game 6 comes around. I think a lot of people expected you to just take that and series is over. You guys get Braziled in game 6. What are you guys saying to each other before game 7 starts?
Just play off the momentum we had.
Yeah, I mean, we have there's a reason why we go on to so many game 7s and we could have finished off in 6 this season, and it's because we've been struggling in game 6. And tonight I wasn't surprised when it happened, because it's just the fact that you win 3 games in a row and the nerves might get to you. You might get overconfident and it just gets to you. So after game 6, we really weren't worried because we've played in a lot of game 7s this season and we've finished them off multiple times. And I know I can count for this guy on my back, or not on my back, on his back.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Ayo.
No, he
The
carries.
ego.
He carries.
No, but something I'd like to address, as I talked about pregame, you guys, you've had history with Quantum going to game 7s. You guys, early on in the season, week 3, you guys played a phenomenal, back and forth game 7, and you guys took that series. You guys, obviously, same result here, back and forth. Obviously, not game by game, but a series of games, and then that don't matter. It's game 7 that all that matters at that point, and you guys were able to come, do it again. You're able to still, in fact, own the Quantum, I guess you could say. But I mean, did you guys have any game plan? Looking back, against the Quantum, because you've had a great series against them last time.
You want me to be completely honest? Well, we didn't have any comms game 1 at all, and we were just kind of trying to play off of our. I was testing something out, and it's probably not the best time to test something out in the playoffs, but I wanted to try no comms, and because we've been playing good without comms, and it didn't go well. So once we were in game 2, that's when we were kind of talking about a game plan. We didn't talk or much before the series tonight, and when we talked, we were looking back at the series before that we played, and we were talking about how, well, our game plan basically, and that was to shut down Rhymes and avoid the bumps that Chinatown was going to put on. He bumped quite a bit, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ashton, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I would say, firstly, I don't know if I've said it yet. Congratulations on the win. Great series. I wish you would have let it go to overtime. That was kind of rude, but whatever. I won't take that personally. I did have you guys winning in 6 games. But now I know that I'm aware of your struggles in game 6, so I will be aware of that for future predictions.
Hey, I said 4-3 defenders. Let's go, baby.
Hey, listen, man.
Listen, we won games we lost games on purpose just for your guys' predictions. Trust.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
you absolutely tossed my prediction, so thanks for that. But anyway, I'm glad that I had Rhymes on fantasy and you let him do that, so appreciate that.
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
sure.
I think he racked up at least 5 clips for you guys.
Dude,
So-
I had him on fantasy too, so don't worry.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so lower bracket is shaping up kind of expected here. Wingdings versus Fire is the next match to play, and you guys are going to play the winner of that. I think between you and me and everyone else watching, I think the Fire are probably going to win that, and you're probably going to play against them. In the event that happens, how do you feel about that matchup, and what would be your first reactions and comments to playing them?
Well, I'm gonna try and act like there's not a Fire player in this call right now, but
Oh yeah, don't worry about that.
No, I'm putting my fingers in my ears right now.
We played
So
them.
you said Fire are Freelo and you will sweep them. Is that what I heard?
No, totally not.
Oh, okay,
No,
sorry.
no. Fire. We warmed them before our series, and we then choked a 3-1 lead in the week 9, I believe it was. So, I mean, we're gonna just have to adapt. Third time's a charm, and
I like that.
so we're gonna have to just try and adapt.
Just try our best to play good.
And in the event
like
that the
that.
Wingdings win that series, any words for the Wingdings if they move on?
Hey, they ain't winning that series, bro. Quote me
Didn't
on
we-
that. Quote me on that. Quote me on that. It's gonna be 4-0 or 4-1. Quote me on that.
No, we love you guys. I mean, think about it. They played with a sub against the Elite, and they were able to sweep the Elite. Now
4-1, 4-0. Quote me.
Now back with their starter. You never know. You never
Yeah.
know.
Hey, that's my old teammate. He was my sub last season, and he played amazing. So I expected them to win that series, honestly.
Well, I mean, you guys played phenomenal. You guys came out with the win. I mean, very, very exciting series. And I mean, I hope you guys can get prepared for next week. Obviously, you have a tough matchup, but hey, you're still in the playoffs, but you can't lose another game. So enjoy the win tonight. Yeah.
Look forward
Yep,
to seeing
thank
you
you.
guys play next week. Or
Thank you.
whenever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. All right.
See ya.
Enjoy the win.
All right,
Later.
Peace. Just like that, Ashton. I'm
Last act, first off.
yeah, I mean that was just that was a phenomenal series. I am just still in shock of that game 7. That was
And I mean, that's why Chinatown got my MVP vote right there, to be honest with you.
yeah, I mean Chinatown, he had a fantastic series, obviously
I'm gonna give
off
him
and
credit.
off and on. But this is probably the best series he's ever played, and unfortunately, they're just not able to, beat the Defenders. And may I keep in mind, Defenders are one heck of a team. So Quantum, coming out here, making it a Game 7, in fact, making it a close Game 7 as well. Just absolute, all my respect goes to Quantum, but Defenders, they're able to get the win here. And I mean, what's your final thoughts on this series, Ashton?
I think the result at the end of the day, the team that won, is not surprising. But I would like to say Quantum, man, they left it all out there. They played their hearts out. And I feel for them. I feel for players when they leave it all on the line and they just barely come up short, right? I've been in that situation, and it's a relatable one to be in. And it's tough to deal with, but it does fuel you moving forward into the next couple of seasons. We'll see how both of these players turn out. Like you said, what teams these guys are playing for next season and who their teammates are. Who knows? No one knows what the future holds for these guys, but it's exciting. And right now, the Defenders' future is still within this season. They've got a chance to make what would, I guess, be an improbable run to the finals, but they've got a long way to go before they potentially rematch against the team that no one wants to play.
And I mean, enough. I mean, in my opinion, I think we've said enough here about this series. But hey, just have one more final thing to talk about before we go our separate ways here.
Separate Rays, Tampa Bay Rays sponsor.
Wow. I mean, hey, that would be sick. No, but on a real note, next couple days or so, we'll see the Wingdings take on the Fire. I mean, we heard a little bit in the interview, but any pregame notes that you have written down about that series?
I think whatever happens, it's going to be an interesting series. I'm gonna put it that way because here's the thing: the Fire, they haven't played their best as of late, right? They've, had not great looks against teams. They lost to the Stars, which I guess isn't surprising because you lose to the 3 seed. That's not really that crazy. They're the 3 seed for a reason. But The Wingdings, man, I don't think anyone expected them to be where they are now. I thought, they would just be 2 losses out. They finished 4-7 this season, so the fact that they've won a playoff series already with their sub at that, I mean, they're just playing with house money at this point. They're going to be able to go out there, have fun, see what happens, and I mean, the Wingdings, they've got a top 4 pick, I believe, in this draft. So, they're set up for the future very, very nicely. They've got some young players to potentially build their team around, and they're going to add more to it. It's just exciting for that franchise. But, within that game specifically, I think the question is Dilithium starting? I think that's a big question, obviously. If he is starting, I think the Fire take care of business relatively easy, 4-1. If he's not starting, who knows what happens? I think it could be 4-2. I think Fire win regardless of who's starting, but that's just my take.
Dilithium is starting. Psh.
Dilithium is starting. Okay, so 4-1 it is.
Alrighty.
That's the script.
That's the script, apparently. Well, I mean, yeah, I obviously can't have, the most, unbiased say here, but I believe Fire will take care of business. Not just because,
That's kind of biased.
I agree. I think Fire will find a way just to get back to their own pace that they like to play at. But hey, that's for another stream. It's been a very nice stream we've had here tonight. Very nice series. Thank you for co-casting with me tonight. Been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so make sure you guys are all eating your Cheez-Its and Chips Ahoy, I guess. And you're watching the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays or Dookie, they fell off.
All we watch is, all you eat and watch are Cheez-Its. You just watch the Cheez-It box all day.
And hockey.
And hockey. But
Connor Bedard, baby. Who said that?
Anyway, I didn't hear that. Well, you know what? That's enough from us here. We thank you all for tuning in tonight. Been a very nice stream, late night, I guess you could say. So, yeah, you could have definitely been doing something better with your time, for the first 6 games. But Game 7, you should have been here. But anyways, yeah, look for more RLSA action coming your way. One more game in the round 2, and then we have the semifinals and all the finals matches. So be ready for that. Also, honors are coming up at some point here in the near future, so be ready for that as well. But that is it for us. So we will see you guys next time.